One sec. My mic? Yeah, my mic. Okay. There we go. The mic usually powers up by itself, and then every once in a while it doesn't. What I was saying is, how are you feeling? Well, that's good then. That was a good ride. Yeah, I gotta get in just some nice and easy today. Nothing too serious. Just pedaling. You did the ride fasted? That's because I did the PRL full fasted. I worked up to it though over quite a few months. Like it wasn't something that I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this on a whim. The problem, yeah, you were going pretty hard. There was a few, I was watching your power, and if you're gonna do things fasted, you literally can't go over 200 watts. Yeah, by the time you think you need the food, it's too late. You're done. Yeah, that's super tough. It's very easy to get caught up when you're riding with other people and think, oh, I'm just gonna like go an extra 10 to 15 watts more than I want to, but yeah, I built up the fasted riding over quite a long time, where I would do it on Saturday mornings. Yeah, well, that's exactly, based on ratios, that's a lot in the green. It'd be one thing to be, 2%, 5%. Yeah, because the fasted, once you've sort of built up your body's resources to be able to ride You know, at certain, the key too is figuring out what wattage to never go above. Every time you burn glycogen or glucose, it's bad. You're digging yourself a hole. Yeah, that is a long ass ride. Riding like that, it's a different beast. Because I'm not really great at long rides, but I got buddies that are like, oh, let's do a 200K outside. And I go, what? How do you even sit on your seat for 10 hours? And when you get into those kind of rides, it's like my back starts hurting, arms hurt. You 100 miles, that's a ride. It's like all those people that do that unbound gravel and do the extra long one where it's 300 miles or some stupid thing. Like, what the heck? There's different kind of physiological body composition. It allows you to do that. Oh, I'm tired of stupid time change. Hate the fall back. Every year they keep threatening that they're not changing it back. And every year they do. I hate, it's just like, what's the point of having light at 7:20 in the morning? I don't care about the light at 7:20. I care that it's not pitch black at 4 in the afternoon. Like, this is the dumbest. Like, all people are doing at 7:20 is going to work. They can go to work in the dark. But when I get off of work, I might want to go for a bike ride or something, but now it's pitch black at 4:30 instead of 5:30. Yeah, Zavabot's always on the fence. Huh. Maybe when this coffee kicks in, I really felt like riding when I got up this morning. 10 minutes on the bike, I'm like, bleh. Have to beat Norm. Let Norm win. Norm could be spying on me right now. No, I don't think so. Check my viewers and he's not in there. Look at the little pace line we got going here. Yeah, there's like no green jerseys. I'm wearing this one. I don't even know what this jersey actually is. It's tough when you have 5,000 different jerseys to design. There's a few, like the Tour of Watopia ones are pretty much copy of each other every year. It's like they change the coloring slightly, but well, getting the XP. The little orange bar is moving a little bit. Hoping by the end of makeup week, I can get halfway through 56. Which is 375 kilometers from Monday to Sunday. And I'm doing some today, so I'm eating into that overall total. Pretty much gonna have to ride every single day. I think I'm only doing like 40 maybe to 50. I told myself I'd ride for about 2 hours, but feeling not like riding for 2 hours. What I've been doing is riding this route till it starts to go uphill in the jungle, which is about 24, 25K, and then I start over again. So depending on how fast I feel like going, which is today is, yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. Is the fact that it uses the desert for the first 7K, and then this section here of the new land along the coast is pretty flat. If I was full on smart, I just would just do the desert. 7K, 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 but I end up having 35 rides in one day on Strava, and it's annoying. Yeah, as long as you don't finish the route, if you cross the finish banner, you can't do this. So I was actually using the Coastal Crusher route, which is 16.5K, and I was stopping at the 16K mark and doing that over and over again. But this route here follows the same. I'm trying to save up all of the route badge bonus XP for after Tour of Watopia to give me something to do. But yeah, like I didn't want to do them just because I wanted the double XP and getting the stages done. Once all this is over with, then I'll start banging off the routes and actually paying attention. And I figure if I did them now, next week when double XP's over, I'm gonna be like, I don't really feel like riding. Or at least now I still have some badges to get. My main motivation is to try to beat my buddy Norm. He leapfrogs me every freaking day. I can't get ahead. Driving me nuts. He needs to stop riding his freaking bike. It is freaking Norm, man. He doesn't know that I'm racing him, but he has no clue. But I started riding in Zwift in like 2016. He got into biking, mid 2019, and he just rides every single freaking day. And I actually turned my Zwift account off for a while. And then when RGT went under, they gave me a year of Zwift, and I thought, I'm gonna jump back on Zwift. And he was half a level, about half to 3/4 of a level ahead of me. And that was like, how is that possible? How did he make up all that time? Holy crap. So I thought, double XP. I'm gonna regain the lead of our friend group. I've been riding in Zwift the longest. I should be the highest level. So yeah, that's freaking amazing. Like I say, I'm 56 and I've been riding. It's funny though, the first bunch of years in Zwift, it really took COVID. COVID made everything take off. Because it was like never really organized, and Zwift kind of sucked back in the day. It was hard to ride with friends, and so you just sort of jump on a weekend and do like a 40K ride in Zwift, and that was about it. And you were riding maybe once a week. Then when COVID happened and you were like riding with your friends, it became a boom. So anyways, I was like, I'm gonna use double XP. I'm gonna game all of the routes by just riding flat sections over and over again. And I caught up to him. I gained, 3/4 of a level, caught him, but he still rides every day. So every time I ride, I just caught up to him, he leapfrogs me just a little bit. And he already posted on Discord that he was gonna ride for an hour at 10. So I'm like, well, if Norm's gonna ride for an hour, I gotta ride for 2. But I'm pretty sure Norm rode all of the routes already. Like he did the stages as group rides to completion. I'm pretty sure he's got a decent amount of route badge XP in his total. I'm using all of next week. And like I say, just giver. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've been givering for 6 weeks just to catch them. And now I got to get a buffer. I have to get enough of a buffer with double XP that when double XP is over, like if I can get a half a level or a quarter of a level, I'm gonna watch this VOD later and he's gonna be like, damn it, I knew there was something going on, and then he's gonna ride more. I'm gonna have to delete this VOD, not post it. Yeah, pretty much. Like he's just like the tortoise. He just rides every single day, and it builds up. 30K, 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 30K. Never takes a day off. It's just always so then I'll like ride 60, take 2 days off, ride 30, take a day off, ride 50. And it's just like, man, I'm not keeping ahead. All right. I think the tablespoon of coffee that I've drank has kind of kicked in because feeling more in the zone. Too hot. I even made it not hot. Yes, I've done all of the long routes. So my thoughts, which is the worst, which is the longest one? The Mega Pretzel or the Uber Pretzel? Yeah, the Uber sucks balls, the worst. The Uber Pretzel is the second worst route in all of Zwift. The worst one is the Four Horsemen. Because the Four Horsemen does all of the hills that the Uber Pretzel does with none of the little riding in between. It just goes hill, hill, hill. The PRL full, despite being the longest, it's boring because you're doing the same lap 11 times, but it's actually the easiest long route because there's no other route really that you get off your bike for 4 minutes every 30 minutes. Like when I did the Uber Pretzel or the PRL full coming down off of Box Hill, I got off my bike every lap and just watched my avatar coast down the hill. I mean, you can do that with those other ones, but the downhill is way longer. You don't really need a really long break. You just want that 5 minutes every lap. Oh yeah, get off the bloody bike. Yeah, I think the first lap I didn't, and then every lap after that was off the bike. Even if you just stood there, I'll just sit there and like go like this and watch myself go down the hill and then jump back on. Or eat. Like if you do it fasted, you're not eating, but that's what a lot of people would do. See, I had a bit of an advantage though. I did it during the Zwift Insider badge hunt, and there was over 1,000 people. So the speeds were a little bit increased. The Uber Pretzel, I did that fasted, but I bonked. I did not make it up the Alp. I had to drink Dr. Pepper. Yeah, well then what happens is the Zwift Insider ride was 1,000 people all doing the same lap. So you were getting passed by fast people who would kind of like suck you along, and then you were riding through groups of slow people. So there was a huge amount of drafting until the fast people finished. That's what I noticed about the 5-hour mark. I was like, where is everybody? I was riding solo. Yeah, the problem with the Uber Pretzel, yeah, because that was a problem doing it fasted, was there's too many hills. Box Hill isn't steep enough. You can go pretty slow on Box Hill and keep the watts down. You can't do that on the Alp. So I was going into the Alp feeling pretty good, and I was thinking, I just got to get to this Alp. And it had to have been like turn 5, totally bonked, was like, I can't do this. Glycogen stores depleted. We had Dr. Pepper, which was tasted the best drink that I've ever had in my whole life. So good. So tasty. But when you bonk, it's too late. You're bonked. So I turned trainer difficulty down to 0 and put it in my easiest gear and did 100 watts to the top of the Alp to finish the route. Yeah, that's just long ride annoyance. I get like that. And then your brain keys in on certain things, like I'll have lower back pain and I'll just be like, oh, my back. And that's all you can think of is like back pain. Is when you can't even like push the pedals. Your body is depleted of everything. And like I say, you can do like 70 watts. I haven't had lower back pain in quite a long time. I adjusted the fit of my bike and it seems to be better. I think what happens is with my lower back pain is I have really weak abs. And then on long rides, your abs are supporting your body. So then when my abs get tired after 4 hours, the abs go, yeah, we don't want to hold your fat ass up anymore. And so then your joints and other muscles take over. So then I get like lower back pain, shoulder pain. Yeah, after the 16K mark, this is where kind of the climbing starts on this route. Good to see there's a lot of people on it. This is a decent flat route though, 17K with only 70 meters. I would like to see some big routes like the Pretzel and the Mega Pretzel. Well, with this whole new section, you could make a whole super long route. Go along, start in the desert, to the jungle, up the Alp, down the Alp, back out of the jungle, around the volcano, up the volcano. Then like up the Epic, back down towards the desert again. Yeah, you'd have to like, yeah, you could totally make a good pretzel loop with this new road, sort of. Yeah, that's like a bow tie with like the tie on the end. Yeah, you'd have to get off and pedal your bike with your hands. Because your legs can't turn the cranks anymore. How you doing today, Peter? Are you all excited for all of the WoW announcements? Microsoft is just whipping Blizzard into shape. Yeah, 50 watts. That's like your, that's bomb. Yeah, as soon as Microsoft takes over from Blizzard, Microsoft is like, we need 5 times the output that you normally have been doing. Kicking expansions and shit into high gear. Yeah. Well, yeah, they announced the next 3 retail expansions, with the next one coming out next year. They announced WoW Classic Cataclysm. So they're going to keep going with that. And then they announced a bunch of weird shit with original, like classic. From like 10-man raids with a level 25 level cap. That's what I was thinking, Peter. I was like, Cataclysm has to be the last one, but it's too much of a cash cow. Like they have too many millions of subscribers playing Classic to not keep going with all of them. Just, See, my wife is enjoying it because she had babies, and Cataclysm, she never really played Cataclysm. We had kids just sort of when Wrath of the Lich King was ending. So for her, she never got to play or really get into Cataclysm. So she's sort of excited for that because she missed it. Totally. No, that's exactly what they're going to do. Exactly. They're going to catch up to the retail, and then in 10 years from now, it's going to be classic. They're just going to go back and do the whole thing. In like 2080, we're still going to be playing through the World of Warcraft expansions. It's probably very true. I've changed. I don't care about raids as much anymore. I don't have the patience. I do have the patience, but I don't want to sit and get locked into raids for hours and hours. So I leveled through Wrath of the Lich King, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done. Well, that's it, the commitment. I've been enjoying turn-based Baldur's Gate 3, where in the middle of a fight, I can get up and go make a sandwich, come back, and everything is still where I left it. Yeah, it's the main thing for me. It's the commitment of everyone has to be on at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. You do that multiple times a week. It's just like, I don't want to be on at 5 p.m. Wednesday. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Heading towards the jungle now. Is that where we're going? Let's see the map. As soon as this starts going more uphill, it hits the jungle, time to start over again. Hey, Plague Doc. Oh, it's going good. Sunday morning, getting some riding in, dealing with time change. Waiting for this route to go uphill so I can start it over again. I'm waiting for my coffee to be cold enough to actually drink it. And I think after this downhill, the 26K mark, I think I made that mistake yesterday of riding past 26. It starts to go uphill. What are the big plans for Sunday, Plague Doc? What is going on? Besides watching streams. Six. Menu. End ride. Okay. Save. Watopia. Page 5. Big ring. Go. That was pretty quick. Back in the desert. All right, another 26K. Let's get it. Yeah. Uh, I think Zwift could be a good MMO, like add quests. You know, do things like raid the Yeti, where you need 30 people in your guild to go ride up to the Alp, and then different people have to do different things at certain times during the Yeti fight. Like, you have to get, 5 of the 20, a raid warning will pop up, and 5 people have to do, 1,000-watt sprint for like 2 seconds. It has to be 5 people. And if you don't hit that, then it's like your raid takes damage. And then you have like the grinders, who their goal is, we just need to keep base damage up. So we need like 10 people to ride at 300 watts for as long as you can. Just something dumb like that would be super fun in a group. And then as you wiped, it would get harder because everyone's getting tired. Dude, you didn't hit 1,000 watts. You only hit 990, and you're like, man, I can't. This is like attempt number 5. I can't go over 1,000 that much. Yeah. Yeah, they'd just be like, you could make the levels that people need to hit. Yeah, it's like there'd be different parameters. In one section you might have to have 5 guys hit, but yeah, the whole goal is you need to do like 100,000 watts to take down the Yeti over the course of the fight. And while you're doing that, you have to meet certain criterias, like 5 people do over 1,000 watts, and you have, say, a 10-second period where you need 5 people to hit 1,000. But then you have like 15 people that are just grinding out the watts, trying to get as many as possible. It'd be awesome. I would totally be down for like a weekend guild raid on bikes, doing that kind of coordination on Discord. The raid leader counting down. Okay, sprinters, you got 5, 4, 3. Okay, sprint. Like, entirely. It would be awesome. Yeah, exactly. It would, I don't think it would be hard to implement, and it would be amazing. I would, every weekend, it'd be like, there's now a Sasquatch. There's the Yeti. Maybe you gotta go in the tunnel and there's some sort of water beast. Or for new roads, I think the people should have to build them. Like World of Warcraft, they had what's called the war effort. And so you had to gather supplies and bring the supplies to the central guy. Well, why not, as they're creating new roads, why not have people doing delivery quests? Go to the quarry, get the rocks to bring to the desert to build the road. And the road doesn't open until 5 million blocks are delivered. So it's a whole world helping make the new road. So the new road is coming, but everyone is working together, so you're doing fun stuff to get the new road to open. Yeah, like, oh, it'd be so awesome. Like right now. And say the more rocks you carry, the slower you go. Because you're carrying like rock. I mean, it's on a bike, so you can't really carry rocks, but you could load yourself up and maybe your guy only does 2 kilometers an hour at 300 watts because you have too many rocks. But that's your choice to deliver the rocks. You know, the Mayan jungle, there's going to be a human sacrifice, and your team needs to go from downtown Watopia and get to the jungle and defeat the boss within 25 minutes. Otherwise, the sacrifice is made. Should frickin' apply at Zwift. Zwift Games Division. My wife was always saying that. She said World of Warcraft would be super fun. It'd be tiring, but if it was hooked up to a treadmill and you actually had to walk to places. But yeah, Zwift could do so much. I would be so down for like Zwift MMO with raids and boss fights and construction of roads. So awesome. Doing something like that would probably easily get me to like rush home from work and be like, oh, it's Zwift raid night. That would probably get tons of kids into Zwift. Well, and it's funny, it wouldn't, I don't think, detract. Like, you could still do this. This Zwift world would still be available. This would just be like a extra side thing to do. Like, hey guys, Friday night, you guys want to go like raid the Yeti? Like, you don't have to. But he'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah. Like gamification power-ups. You know, so if you have people who can't quite hit 1,000 watts, they have like a spell bar, and every person gets like 5 power-ups per raid. So you have one that's like 250 watt boost to your sprint. So if you have to hit, 1,200 watts, you can be like, bam, sprint boost. So people who couldn't necessarily hit the target still, could participate. Or you could totally do it with like elite people. and have like different tiers of guild where it's like, man, did you see Next? They went up and did 280,000 watts on the Yeti or whatever damage thing. And you'd be like, holy shit, because they're all like pros. They did 275,000. Man, we only did 200 last week. But you'd have to gamify it in a way that it would just be not pure sort of watts. Like I say, you'd have to meet certain requirements at certain times, and the closer you met those requirements, sort of the more points you got. Because otherwise you'd get like these guys just go up and grind 400 watts and be like, ah, we did 400 watts, where it's like, you know, you have to do this for this 15 seconds. Yeah, exactly. You ever watched Freya on the dance games? Ever watched her dance streams? It's freaking insane. I'm so like not coordinated for that. I think I ran into her dance streams before I ever knew that she also was on Zwift. And I'm like, what the hell is this? The feet are just going. I'm like, oh my God. Like I can't even see. The numbers are like, the arrows are just blurs. And it's like 99.8%. And you're like, what? Oh, it totally would. It totally would. It'd be so awesome. But Zwift can't even make a road in a timely fashion, let alone actual raid bosses. And riding for an hour and a half, and that coffee's still too hot. Oh.
Kyoshiro Gaming rated with 13 viewers. Let's give a big shout out to Kyoshiro Gaming. Make sure to check them out at https://twitch.tv/Kyoshiro Gaming.
Hey, Kyo. Oh, your clip just keeps going on and on. Like you never stop. How was your ride today, Kyo? Hamburger Alp. Oh man, are you sure that's a bad idea? That sounds like a really, really good idea. How much hamburgers did you eat? Okay, that's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive, Keo. I'll give you that. That is a good challenge. I think that, I don't know, that might be harder than the Beer Alp. That might be harder. No, it's not harder than a Beer Alp. Yeah, I'm not a huge drinker. What I find hard with the Beer Alp is keeping the bubbly liquid down. Drinking the beer isn't usually the problem. Yeah, see, with like the beer, you can kind of release the bubbles. Burgers, you're not releasing anything. It's just they're in your stomach. Maybe that's my niche. Maybe that's my niche of how I can stay fat and ride my bike. I'll just start doing Zwift mukbangs. Then I don't have to worry about losing weight, because it'll just be like, man, this is my thing. I'm the fat guy that rides a bike and just chows down on stuff while he climbs the Alp. Well, got about 9K left of this lap. It does. That's why those power bars, the original power bars, were the worst, because they were super chewy and hard to chew, and you would choke because you're trying to chew on them and breathe while you ride. Yeah, just when you're, I say, if you're not having to breathe hard, eating's a whole lot easier. Eat 10,000 and burn 10,000, that's impressive. That's a lot of food. You're gonna be full all day now. Actually, no, it's McDonald's. So you're gonna be hungry in 2 hours. That's how McDonald's works. Hey, Ryan. Gonna get your bathroom done today. So the battery in my right Zwift play is almost dead from giving group ride-ons constantly. Need to charge them after this ride. I've only charged the battery when I first got them. I think I've had them 3 weeks. And the battery on the right one says it's about half. But I use it the most. The left one barely gets used, it's full still. I don't know how though accurate the battery level is when you pair them. I'm gonna say probably not accurate. Well, you know what's really funny too is the left one, my computer is right here. Like I can touch it right there. The left one has way less Bluetooth signal and it's a foot closer to the computer. Well, thanks for the raid, Keo. Enjoy your burger belly. Get some rest. All I want to do is drink this damn coffee. It's too hot. Oh, it's perfect now. It only took an hour and 33 minutes to cool off. So I made a decent patch into 56 today. That's not a bad little amount of orange. I think I can totally hit my goal by next Sunday. So we'll see. It's gonna be a boring ass week. Yeah, well, the math works out that at double XP, it's 30,000 XP per level when you're in the 50s. So it's about 750 kilometers of riding per level at double XP. Originally, I thought, before I did the math, just off the top of my head, I was like, hey, I could totally hit level 58 before TOW ends. Then I did the math and thought, yeah, that's not happening at all. But my main goal was to hit 56. Yeah, Norm. Yeah, my main goal was to hit 56, which I did yesterday. And then it's makeup week till next Sunday. So I figure I could not easily, I should be able to get halfway through 56 because I've already put a dent into it. That'd be 375K next week. And I've already ridden 50 of that. So starting tomorrow, which I think 325, that's totally doable. I'm thinking to ride 50K every day for the rest of the week. I might even be able to get 3/4 of the way through 56. Yeah, there's no, I was like, maybe I could get to 57. No, I'm not doing 700 kilometers next week. 100K a day, not a freaking chance. So let's go for midway through 56. If any, actually, you can do whatever you want. I just think everyone has been crazy not riding double XP. I applaud Villager for doing the PRL full, but the entire time Villager was riding, I was going, damn, he's missing a lot of double XP. That's 170K of double XP. Here's a good question, Brian. How annoyed is my whoosh that many of the national bodies are using Zwift for the national events? I'm betting when my whoosh got Worlds, good job, Villager. I'm betting when my whoosh got the Worlds that they for sure thought all the national bodies would follow and do their esports nats on my whoosh. And USA and Canada both picked Zwift. What happened? Well, it's funny because on the Cycling Canada's website, under their news about esports, there's actually a little blurb about them doing selection for the Canadian national team in my whoosh. So they actually mention it. So they're going to use Zwift eSport Nationals for team selection for the Worlds on my whoosh. Yeah, I think maybe that's what the wording was alluding to, was because you need to ride. If you're going to ride Worlds, you got to ride in my whoosh. You have to learn the nuances of the game. Almost done. 2 more K. Trying to hit my second win there. The first hour of this, I should say the first hour, the first 40 minutes of this ride today, super sucked. Now I've kind of gotten in the zone. Could almost go down and do another lap, but I got things to do today. That coffee is stirring things in the stomach. I have to finish this ride early. One 1.1K. Might have to send you guys on a raid early because things are brewing. I might have to run. I'm going to send you over to Dimitri. Dimitri doesn't ride in Zwift, but he comes in a lot of Zwifter streams, so I think he deserves some raid love. I think he's actually riding outside right now. But hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Sunday. And I will be on tomorrow evening to quest for 56.5. $25.9, 26. We are done.